Today I'm talking to Acharya Siddhanti and to learn more about the benefits of yoga and what yoga actually means outside of the practice on the mat, because there's much more to yoga than just the practice of yoga on the mat. And actually, Acharya Siddhanti has spent many years traveling throughout India, also the Himalaya. He worked with different spiritual masters to learn about the practice of yoga. And now in Rishikesh, I don't know if I pronounce it correct, in Rishikesh, in India, he has his own school, the Siddhant School of Yoga, where he shares his learnings actually with other people. Siddhantji, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with me today. I'm happy to speak with you. And I have many questions, but let's start simple, because generally speaking, when we talk about yoga, as I said before already, it's the practice on the mat. It's mostly hatha yoga, mostly posture-based activities, the asanas, and this is only a small part of yoga, isn't it? And so the question is, could you share with us a more holistic picture, actually, of what yoga entails and what the difference is between traditional and modern yoga as we know it today?
Yes. Actually, there is no modern yoga, only one traditional yoga.
Yes.
And it is better to say nothing modern, nothing traditional. Yoga is always traditional. Okay. Why? Because modern means they are just to try to categorize the yoga. They are try to yoga put in a cell. And because modern people, listen carefully, maybe you can understand properly. Somehow, if you not understand, then you can ask me, please counter.
Sure.
People live the life only in their physical level.
Yes.
80% of people living the physical level. If you ask, no one represent themselves as a pure soul. We have been presenting ourselves as if I am body, or as if we are body. So they categorize the body, the yoga, as purifying the body, strengthen the body, flexible the body. So that's why yoga, modern yoga means only this much, little bit mind. And mind also, they do not want to go beyond mind. They want to relax their mind. So that's why looking to the meditation part, which is little bit part of yoga, they're putting only for the relax the mind. But yoga, what is yoga? The definition of the yoga, the basic definition of yoga is chitta vritti nirodha. When there is nothing in your conscious mind. Later, whenever you want, we can go deep into the subject as a teacher and student later, whenever you feel or whenever someone feel. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. It means, chitta means all your mind. There is different kind of mind. Conscious mind, subconscious mind, unconscious mind, cosmic unconscious mind, collective cosmic unconscious mind. So different kind of mind. So all the thoughts are coming from all these minds and presented, and you can say find in your conscious level, unconscious mind. So when there is no thought in your conscious mind, that state is called yoga. According to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, second number sutra, chapter 1. So it means, yes, just let me complete. It means it means yoga means when you are going beyond your personality. And our whole modern yoga, they are total connected and polishing the personality. So it is nothing. Yoga is nothing about modern. Always it is traditional.
Yeah. So it's about being completely clear, being completely empty in a way. Is that correct?
Completely 100% correct.
Yeah. So that means that also the physical practice on the mat and meditation, because I think that that's the element what most people are missing in their yoga practice is the element of meditation. They only take part in the physical part on the mat. And obviously there's a mental, and I have a question about that later, discipline. Also, there's an element of discipline, but the meditational aspect, I think, is missing in a big regard, at least in Western practice of meditation.
Here, I think, Julius, me, you, and our other people who want to understand a very basic question. Whatever we are doing, looking for our growth, whatever we are doing, if you want to be enjoy casual, still you are relaxing yourself so that you can prepare yourself, so that you can move towards doing something for growth.
Mm-hmm.
It is the nature of the life. Okay, but do you really mean what is growth? And yoga is all about the growth. Look, or whatever you are in this project, why you want to grow?
Yes. Yes.
Right now, you can take as this a parameter, whatever I'm presenting. Whether you are a scientist, whether you are a carpenter, whether you are a yoga teacher, or whether you are a president, you have to follow this principle, whatever I'm going to present. And here, whatever I will present throughout the maybe 20 minutes next, or maybe 1 hour, these all are the principle. Whatever you understand, it will be okay. If you not understand, then maybe you will understand after 2 years or after 20 years. It means, take it lightly. Please, I am not saying, it means I am not the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Take it casually. Whatever I am presenting, I am the principle. Principles are, for example, the water always goes down. It is a principle. It can be not wrong. If you not understand, then you can understand after 2 months, 2 years, or 20 years. So in this way, I am presenting all the things, looking to your question.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me present the growth. Okay.
Please. Yes.
Why growth? Growth so that you can free from the suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Growth when maturity, you will be mature. So let me give a small example. You can understand very well. You are right now, the automatic cars are coming, but if you finding the normal car, you can find clutch, brake, accelerator, handbrake, and steering.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to drive a car, you have to know about the 5 things, isn't it? Yes, Julius.
Yes.
If you say, I want to sit on the chair, on the driving seat, and put the handle in my hand, steering hand, and I want to drive the car without learning how to use the clutch, how to use the brake, how to use the accelerator, how to use the handbrake. So what will happen?
You will not drive. Yeah.
It will, but it will be accident.
Yeah.
The result will be accident. Exactly same way, my dear friend. We have 5 aspects in our personality. Physical body is called Annamaya Kosh. Mental body is called Manomaya Kosh. Pranic body is called Pranamaya Kosh. Understanding body is called Vijnanamaya Kosh. And bliss body is called Anandamaya Kosh. You can write Panchakosh. So, so that later you can find what is Panchakosh. So our physical body is about the outer layer and also inner organs, physical part. Mental body means mind. Mind means what? Write down the question. I will ask you the question, what is mind? Because without know what is mind, how can you grow? So write down the question. So your mind.
What is mind?
Mind means the combination of 3 things: thoughts, feelings, and emotion. And also I will ask you what is thought, what is feeling, and what is emotion. So 3 things. Mind means 3 things. Then pranic body. Pranic body means all about your energy.
Energy. Okay. Yeah.
And understanding body, it means all your concepts, all your ideas. And finally, bliss body.
Mhm.
Bliss body means your why you are doing something for the peace, for the bliss. So that is the target. Whatever you are doing using this four body, target is your bliss,
That's the ultimate goal.
ultimate goal.
And so, but then you said before that the goal of yoga is to be silent, to be completely empty. So that means bliss is this complete emptiness.
Bliss is not emptiness. Bliss is the last step where you jump from emptiness.
How,
You know,
how do you mean?
in your swimming pool there is a board. You
Yeah.
are jumping. That is
Yeah.
the last part is that bliss.
Okay. From bliss, you enter into emptiness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can say that. Listen carefully. You can. The first part of bliss is called happiness. The last part of bliss is called emptiness.
Mm.
No, this is, for example, this is bliss. Look, this is the first point. This is the last point.
Yes.
First point is happiness. Last point is emptiness.
Yeah.
Okay, let me present the growth. Okay, so you are using your physical body moment to moment. You are using your mind moment to moment. You are using your energy moment to moment. You are using your understanding also moment to moment.
Mhm.
Okay. And you are looking bliss moment to moment. But are you doing something to grow in all aspect? Are you doing to grow in all aspect? Because just imagine another small example to understand. You go into gym.
Mhm.
A 6-7 type of exercise you have to do to be fit. Bicep, chest, thighs,
Mhm.
and you are only working with the bicep and chest, thighs you will not working. Then you will look like a joker.
Mhm.
Exactly. In our society, we have been working with our physical body. We are not giving importance to our mind. If you look to you, if I ask you how to balance your mind, what to do, exactly you don't know. And what is balanced mind, that is also you don't know. Two things. What is balanced mind and what to do to have a balanced mind. You cannot answer me very precisely. Okay, maybe a little bit, but if you ask you how to balance your prana, how to develop your understanding, you cannot answer me. You not, 99% people cannot answer me. It means if you don't know how to use your understanding, how to use your energy, how to use your mind, only sitting on the driving seat, putting the steering and want to drive, that accident has to happen. And that is called suffering. Without knowing the 5 aspects of your personality and you want to live your life the way, without knowing the clutch, be your accelerator, you are sitting on the chair, want to drive, and the result is accident exactly in the same way. Without knowing all the principle, how to grow, how to balance, you are living your life. That is suffering. So whatever you do, suffering will be there because you don't know. Once you know, you can use accordingly, then no suffering. So growth means simultaneously growth of your physical body, mental body, understanding body, and pranic body, so that you can experience bliss.
Yes. And from there reach the emptiness ultimately.
Bliss automatically, you cannot do, and you no need to do. You just enter into the path, that path will lead towards it is, that is a certain, like for example, this is the place, one magnet is there, and a small iron piece is there. They are not attracted. Just you go closer, a certain distance will there, it will be attracted.
Yeah.
So bliss is that point, bliss is that thing. We don't know. We are not experiencing bliss. We are staying on our the happiness level or maximum joy level. So it is also whatever I am, that is a different level. Happiness, joy, bliss, ecstasy. Also, there is a long line.
So basically when you're working and you enter a state of flow, that's kind of a similar situation where you enter this state of bliss. Am I correct?
Yes, right, right.
Yeah.
But the flow will not come without balance. For example,
Yeah.
you have two brothers. One is mental challenge, another is very healthy. To
Mhm.
whom you attached?
Probably more to the, yeah, I would imagine both, but probably more to the mentally
Mental
challenged
challenge.
one. Yeah.
Exactly. Because why we not that brother? Because that brother can handle himself.
Yes.
Exactly. Your body is not balanced. That's why you are attached with the body. Once body will be balanced, you will be free from the body. Your mind is unbalanced. That's why you are attached with the mind. Once you have the balanced mind, you will be free from the mind. And let me give you few things. The five body, I said, physical body, mental body, pranic body, understanding body, bliss body. It is your personality. Your personality. If you want, I can give you in the whiteboard also, if you want to understand. Would you?
If you want to use it, by all means. Yes, please.
That will be more helpful to understand.
Sure.
Here I am taking the online classes.
Good. So I'm an online student now.
It's my pleasure just to try to understand all about all the things. Here. The physical body. Now I am presenting what is actually yoga. And actually what you need to do, not you. Everyone has to do. There is no other way. And this is a basic part. Then a lot you might be do, but this is very basic. Physical body, mental body, pranic body,
understanding body, bliss body.
So, dear Julius, you have been listening the word personality. What is that?
Well, as I've heard from you just now, it's these five bodies. We're built up out of these five bodies. That's
exactly the combination of these five things. Yes. Is called personality.
Yes.
So do you think this is you or you are something more?
Yeah, I think actually what you mentioned before, it's growth, because if we don't grow, we die. So there's an eternal element of growth.
No, it is not that. It is not that when you don't grow, you will die. No, you will live like a full person. Death will come automatically whenever you cannot do anything. To do something, you need a special kind of growth. But main thing is, I'm not asking much you, just presenting, and you can ask. This is personality. And actually, you think this is you are. Don't you think that I am hungry? I am hungry. It means you are presenting your body. But actually, you are not hungry. Hunger is there, you are knowing. When you would say, I am very disturbed, you are representing yourself as if you are mind. But do you think you are disturbed? No. Your mind is disturbed, isn't it?
Yes.
Exactly.
It's your interpretation of reality.
Your mind is disturbed.
Yeah.
That is all about I am presenting yoga. This is a very common mistake we have been doing. And we can correct here. It is very clear to all that my mind is disturbed. It means I am separate than mind. But when you present yourself, I am disturbed, then you are representing yourself as a mind. That is called attachment. Exactly, I am tired, you are saying, and also you are saying, I am not understand. No, understanding isn't happening, you know. So then, if you understand only this statement that my mind is disturbed, then who you are? Actually, it is not you are, it is your. The whole personality is given to you, to whom by nature.
Yeah.
Who you are? You are consciousness. So look, actually, you are consciousness and you have personality. This is the fact. And if you look little bit deep into the life, you find this is the fact. But why the way we are living as if this is not happening, and it is we are right now the status. It means I am Siddhant, but I am living the life Julius, and I am representing and very loudly saying I am Julius. You are Julius, I am not. Exactly. Right now, Julius, whatever you think, it is a borrowed life.
Borrowed life, you say?
Borrowed life. It is a personality. It is personality. You are living a personality. Personality means like in film, for example, a person, actor, is given a role.
Yes.
Is given a role. So you are given a role of Julius.
Yeah.
And what is growth? To discover your real identity. Right identity is growth. So later, whenever you come later, it is now your homework. What to do so that you can have a balanced physical body. What to do so that you are balanced mind. What to do so that have a balanced energy. And what to do so that you can have a balanced energy. Just 1 minute, then I will take all your questions. Look. Asana, you are doing asana? You means people's?
Yes.
Asana is doing
Physical body.
physical body.
Yeah.
And it is meditation.
Yeah.
It is pranayama. And you cannot work with these two. These are the byproduct.
They're the results.
Result.
Yeah.
And you can say why you are doing asana. Listen carefully. This can be very helpful to you. Why you are doing asana? Look, normally so-called yoga student, normal person cannot understand. That's why I am always useful the person who want to discover the truth, who want to realize what actually is. Asana is doing because so that you can move body to beyond body, so that you can discover yourself. Oh, I am not body. I have a body. Any moment the nature can be taken away. Any moment, isn't it? Any moment it can be died.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and everything is temporary. You also experience that through meditation. Everything comes and goes. Yeah.
Yes. Let me. What you are doing meditation so that you can experience I am not the mind. You can move mind to beyond mind.
Yeah.
You are doing pranayama. Why? So that you can move from prana to beyond prana. But one last thing. Why everybody is talking about do meditation? We know as an Indian and in touch with the traditional part of the yoga, why we are asking, don't bother about asana, don't bother about pranayama, don't bother about anything, just do meditation. Why we are doing? Now listen carefully, it is going to helpful to you. Your mind is the captain of
I didn't hear the last part. What did you say?
Don't bother about other aspects.
Yeah.
Asana, pranayama, and understanding. No. Your mind is the captain of your personality. Out of this, for example, I want to talk with someone want to talk with our country. So what is the way? Just talk with the head. Who is the head? The Prime Minister. Exactly. If you want to balance your personality, then just you balance your mind. Because your mind is the captain of your personality.
Yes.
And meditation means you're controlling the mind, managing the mind, handling the mind. So no need to manage, handle, control other aspect of. Why? There is one scientific aspect I am presenting. Your physical body is directly controlled by the mind. Science has been proved that. If you can control your mind, you can 100% control your body. And your mind is developing your understanding. Your mind is developing understanding. Right now, maybe you and your friend both are listening to me. And you are very focused. on your mind level, and your friend is not focused. Your friend cannot understand. You can understand. So by mind, you can understand. And another thing, and Pran is always supporting, understanding supporting, body has to support. Who is taking decision? For example, you decided I will sit 20 minutes for meditation. Your mind deciding, body has to support, energy has to support. And yes, before decision, your understanding can guide you, but it is you or not. For example, your understanding saying, no, you are not healthy enough to sit 20 minutes. Don't take decision. You are not listening your mind, your understanding. You are denying your understanding and sitting. And sometimes listening. So mind is the ultimate part of your personality. So yoga means to have no thought in your mind for some time. Then you will experience actually who you are. But that is the purpose of yoga. Yoga means union. Just one sentence, what is yoga? You know, there is a personal existence. You have your personal existence. And don't you think that there is someone here beyond you, something bigger and better, because you are not controlling the thing. And there is existential existence.
Existential, yeah.
Existential existence. So two things.
Yeah.
One is you, another is you can say God or existence, whoever. Yoga means plus. Whenever you experience I am the existence, that state is called yoga. And why you are not experiencing that you are the existence? Or you are not separate than existence? You are not separate than existence. Now I am separate. Existence is separate. And you can experience that I am the existence or I am the part of existence. It is not experiencing because only one thing, that we have thoughts. When you break the thought for maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 40 seconds, you can say, if you can manage, stop your breathing, stop your thinking, you will realize who you are. You will realize
for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, you say.
Target, like all the spiritual practice, it is only one target, almost 3 minutes, no thought in your conscious mind. If you want to take a challenge in your life, then this is the ultimate challenge, that 3 minutes, there should be no thought in your conscious mind.
I mean, I've been practicing Vipassana meditation for some time, but 3 minutes have not even come close to half a minute.
You come to 6 months, I will help to experience that. But it is really challenging. It is not easy. That's why it needs in our India, it needs at least 12 years. You have to be complete surrendered to the master. But I have discovered something with my master, 6 months maximum, maybe 1 year. But you have to work hard. Complete your system has to be changed.
So let me ask you about that. This element of controlling the mind, you say, is actually the most important part. Because through that, we can control the body and the other elements of our personality. But tell me more about meditation and the practice of meditation within the yoga practice. What makes good meditation practice? I mean, you talk about this 2 minute 40 or 3 minute window of no thought. It seems almost impossible from my side, but how does one attain that? What is the practice that leads to that?
Yes, that is very simple. That's why I am here. Only for that I am here. I am not teaching, please take it, the myth, my student. Actually, to be honest, I am not a yoga teacher. Not at all, I am not teaching. Yes, I was teaching before. No, I am not teaching the yoga. And I am something more than yoga teacher. I am not yoga teacher. Okay, but of course it is a good thing that because of that, the meeting is here. How to control that? That's why, listen carefully, Julius, that it is really challenging. That's why it is how, it may be 900 crore people, 900 means 99, 80 million people might be in world, 80-90 million people. You cannot find the 80 people out of 80 or 90 million people. Now,
How do you mean?
Out of the whole world,
Yeah.
out of the whole world, you cannot find the 80 people who have realized the truth. Only 80. I am talking about 80.
Yeah.
Not might be 100. So it is challenging. That's why I'm talking about. There is thousands of millionaires, billionaires, but not even 100 people, the yogi, not even 100 yogi throughout the world. So,
And by yogi, you mean that are able to have this silence in their mind for over 3 minutes?
Yes,
Yeah.
100% yes. Yes, that is all about.
Yeah.
One of my friend, please take it lightly, in different tradition. Someone may be in Christianity, someone is Muslim, and some small debate was there, and they have been presenting their culture. Indian yogis or Indian so-called masters also you're presenting. They said our culture is Islam, persons talking about I am good, Christianity I am good, Hinduism I am good, I am good. I said no, it is not the right way, because how can you, who are you to present your culture? Are you eligible to present? For example, to lawyer, you have to go to the court, you have a certain amount of eligibility to argument with, attend the court, isn't it? So exactly, do you have the eligibility to present your culture? I said, in Hinduism, or in you can say in India, Indian culture, you can say, whenever we are talking about the spirituality, we have that eligibility, then we talk. It means without experience, that thoughtlessness, you cannot be master. And without a master, you are not allowed to talk about the spirituality. But in Christianity, in Islam, in other things, do they have any structure after that they will present their culture? Might not. I don't know much. And another thing, why thoughtlessness? Because thought means one kind of attachment, one kind of the one vision. Thoughtless means you can see the things clear. Thoughtless means a clear vision. After thoughtlessness, you can watch the things completely.
You can do what completely?
You can watch the things completely.
Watch
you can
them.
understand the things completely.
Yeah.
For example, you are looking to me without any kind of judgment. Thought means judgment.
Yeah.
The person doesn't have experience that thoughtlessness state.
Yeah.
That person always be judgmental.
Yes.
He cannot be free from judgment.
Yeah.
So that's why in India, normally, or in our yoga, we are not talking about any tradition. We are talking about science. Yoga is a science. It is not bothering about the Christianity, Muslim, and your Hinduism, Sikh, Israel, nothing about that. So a structure, the person, yes, please.
I was going to ask, to bring it back to meditation, how the practice of meditation is such a central part in yoga.
Understand the process of meditation.
Yes.
This five circle can help you to understand meditation.
Yes.
Look, normally people have a very confused mind. Confused mind means
scattered thoughts.
Yes, Julius. Confused mind means?
I said scattered thoughts, that there's all these different thoughts coming in from different moments.
The definition of confusion is when there is a lot of thoughts in your conscious mind is called confusion, not focus. A lot of thought is coming.
Yeah.
That is This is a normal state of being.
Yeah.
Then if you do something, then it will be less thought,
When you're focused.
not focused.
Okay, this less, yeah,
Less thought. It is more thought.
yeah.
I am presenting very practically so that every person can do. And let them one thought, then no thought. And let me, you are asking about meditation, but I am talking about samadhi also. It is know you. This is a gift for me. Last one. So look, when there is more thought, this is called confusion. Less thought, it is, I will tell what said, one thought, no thought. So journey is from more thought to one thought and less thought. And one thought is called focus.
Yeah.
So this is the process. Now, why people are not able to move here to here, here to here. Now understand, please. The process from less thought to, this is one direction. And this is a jump. This is a jump. When to move confused mind to less thought, more thought to less thought, it is very challenging.
So the first part is the most challenging. Is that correct?
Always in everywhere. First step is very challenging.
Yeah.
And people are living in a very pleasure-oriented life. So that's why in first step, they are not attempting. What to do to cross that first step? To need a point to stay.
Such as focusing on the breath. Which
It needs a goal or a point.
Yeah.
This help to have a less thought. It means 70% of the whole population, they do not have any goal. That's why they are living there. It means it is like that, for example. Julius, you are staying here. You are just casually come out from your home. Your friend is asking, okay, let's move that market. You are going, then someone asking, Julius, oh, let's move to the movie. So you are moving there. Someone asking, okay, for 2 days, let's move that area, that is good. So you are moving. So if you don't have any goal, any standpoint, any target, then you are moving here and there without. So it is all about happening. It is you. One thought is coming, then another thought creating out of that. Another thought.
Yes.
So this is life is happening.
Yeah.
We do not have any point. So we need a point to stay. We need a point to stay. It is happening actually. If you stay, what will happen? Listen. If you stay, I'm talking about how this point you will achieve. You are sitting here and I asked you, watch your breath. So you are watching your breath. Then listen carefully. Your mind is going there. You are bringing it back to here.
Yes.
Your mind is there. So this is automatically more thought to bring toward the less thought. But normally what is happening, people not understanding the meditation, they are sitting silently. They do not have any goal. So the thought is going on and on. I am here last 10 years in Rishikesh. I have 26 years in this field. I am now 42. From the age of 16, I started my journey. Last 20 years, people are meditating, sitting silently, watching their breath. They are watching their, thought. They are not able to. Now also I will present, there is meditation related to path of yoga. And now I am presenting the path of yoga. Now also I will present the meditation related to path of knowledge. Overall understand 2 steps more. This is called pratyahara. In yoga, there is called pratyahara. Let me write so that you can understand. Yes, it's called pratyahara.
Pratyahara.
pratyahara. And here, this is called dharana. It is called dhyana. It is called samadhi.
But how do we go from the, because this takes you to the first step, from many thoughts to few thoughts, but how do you get from few thoughts to one thought and then to no thought?
Yes, yes. Look, here I said, you no need to do anything. Just try to stay there, stay there.
Yeah,
After 1 month,
bring it back.
bring it back. You have to keep on practicing.
Yes.
You have to keep on practicing the pratyahara. Then after 1 month, after 1 week, automatically you can find thoughts are reducing more. This is the result of practice. That's why I said, the first one, you have to take decision. It means you have to create a point. But from pratyahara to samadhi, you no need to do. Just you need to give time. Just you can try. You sit, now you watching your breath. Now maybe in 1 minute, there is 100 thoughts are coming. Of course, they are going back, you are bringing. So you overall estimated it is 100. You can find after 1 week, it will be 90. It can be 10 also, or it can be 95, but less than 100. Because you more focused, then more automatically detached. For example, maybe you are reading the film magazine and you know about the film stars, their property, their girlfriends, they are all about that. 100 things you remember. Now I ask you, Julius, you have to read this book very clearly. I will ask you. Maybe this is a book you must read later whenever you find. I will show you later where the book is. So when you go deep into the book, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, you are not focusing to the film stars, then you can find few names you will forget. You cannot talk about all the names or all the information, whatever you have remembered before. Gradually you will forget your focus. The more deep you will go, maybe after 2 months, 3 months, I will ask 50% you will forget. Because conscious mind has its own storage. It will cover the recent things, the past thing will. So exactly by the practice, you will go deep into the subject. Automatically, it will be more. So later 1 month, 2 months, it will be less thought. Maybe 3 months, you will come into the one thought. Whenever you sit with your breath, you can find for a long time, no breath, no thoughts are coming. Occasionally, one is coming. One thought is there, occasionally is 2, 3 is coming. Then after some time, after 2 months, 3 months more, you can find that thoughts also removing. Why? This is a science. The first one is a science, last one also. How to move one thought to no thought. That is also science. That is also a trick. Listen carefully. Have you used the magnifying glass in your childhood?
Yes.
What is the use of that?
Well, obviously you can see things better, but you can also put things on fire by concentrating the light, for instance.
Exactly. I wanted to listen that. If you just focus a paper for something, that thing will burn.
Yes.
Exactly here is happening.
Yeah.
When you focus and how many minutes it will take or how many time it will take, it depends on your sun, isn't it? If sun is very, very hard, then it will be within 10-20 seconds. If sun is little bit not that much hard, then it will take maybe 1 minute, but it will happen. Exactly. The more focused you will be, the more your mind will dissolve. Because when you focus to it will bond your mind. For example, I'm giving you. This is marker. I'm focusing. So my mind is focusing here. If I will manage to stay here 2 minutes 40 seconds, 2 minutes 24 seconds actually, then normally at this time, if you manage to stay here constantly here, then automatically the mind will burn itself, because it is mind cannot sustain itself there, because that is the power of focus.
And then
No
what
one is
happens when the mind burns itself? That's when we
Yes.
reach the state of bliss.
No, that will no mind.
Then there's
Nothing.
also no you anymore, no me.
Exactly. Yes, Julius.
I
No,
said,
I am not.
oh, okay, no, I said, then there's also no you anymore, no me. It's just emptiness.
Exactly. Now you understand. You have overall understood. It means you cannot practice thoughtlessness. How can you practice thoughtlessness?
Mhm.
It means you just stay here 2 minute 24 second.
Hmm.
The day you can manage to stay here, not here, any point, you will experience meditation. That can be taken 3 months, that can be taken 30 months, that can be taken 30 years, that can be taken 30 lives.
Mhm.
That is about everything or nothing else. Now understand what
But-
is samadhi.
I have a
Yes.
question about this, because now you say this can take 3 months. So my competitive mind thinks, oh, 3 months, okay, let me try this. But then actually, then we start to try, and this is counterproductive to what we're trying to achieve, right? So it's not the competitive thing, it's the non-doing, I imagine, that is the important element.
No, not at all. Here, the path of yoga, you no need to do anything. You put 100%, for example. You know this is a glass of poison.
Mhm.
You drink and die. That is all about. You focus 24 seconds and die.
But how do you mean that you die?
You drink the glass of poison.
Yeah.
You drink. Who is going to do effort? You have to be very courageous to drink. And
Yeah.
after drinking, you will be die. Exactly. If you manage to stay 224 seconds in one point, how to manage, that is all about the practice. That is all about the surrounding. That is
Yeah.
all about your courage, guts, and master. But
Mhm.
this is the principle. Whoever achieves the things, this is the way through the path of yoga. I also let you know what is the principle of the path of knowledge.
Mhm.
One more thing here I need to present.
Yep.
Okay, who have, my dear, more thought? You, isn't it? You have more thought. Then after doing something,
Mhm.
you have less thought.
Mhm.
Then after practicing something, you have one thought. You are saying, oh, I am focused. It means
Mhm.
you are focused.
Yeah.
Then there is, you can experience, I am
Yeah.
here, but nothing is there.
Yeah.
This is actually what is happening normally. So-called intellectual people, they are not managed to experience this state. They are staying here. And they are not only staying here in a normal way, in a compulsive stay here.
Mhm.
And after something, look here. That is you here. No you.
Yes.
So this you is your ego.
Yeah.
There is no you means no ego. It's called samadhi. So it is overall presentation. So this is the presentation. Now let me give this is a very yogic way. Let me present you very practical way, because you are from Western culture. Let me give you a Western culture presentation.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
But this, to me, is still practical, by the way.
Oh, it is. Look,
Yes.
it is not practical. It is fact. And last 5,000 years we have been practicing.
Yes, it's very
It
practical.
is like, look, people not actually, this is very practical. Whoever want, it is not any kind of tradition, not culture, nothing. This
Yeah.
question about the person. Okay, now it is one challenge for you. Ask you,
Mhm.
please give attention this marker.
Sorry?
Give attention to this marker.
Yes.
Okay, now I will ask you, please be focused to this marker. Now I am asking you, be aware of this marker. What is the difference in between three?
I think it's the same.
But there is 3 different names. That should be 3 different things. So don't take it otherwise, Julius. You are in Western culture,
Mhm.
and the age you have, please take it lightly. If you are a seeker,
Mhm.
if you don't know the difference between 3, then the
Mhm.
normal person, how can they do know? So you can understand the very basic understanding of the common. They are just 1 or 2% their IQ level,
Mhm.
and yogi means 100%. Now understand. There is definitely 3 things, and I feel you will agree with me after presentation.
Okay,
And
please.
you must know. Without knowing, you cannot experience meditation.
Yeah. I cannot read it, but I think in the middle it says focus.
Look, attention, focus, and awareness.
Awareness, yeah.
Just attention, focus, and awareness. So it is very simple. The pratyahara is all about attention.
Mhm.
The focus is all about dharana, and the dhyan is all about awareness. But still, it is not very scientific. Let me present it scientific. Listen
Mhm.
carefully. Whenever you can manage to stay 1 second to 12 seconds, when I asked you, please give attention, it means I am indirectly asking, just give me a few moments, stay here,
Mhm.
1 second to 12 seconds, not more than 12 seconds. For few moments, give me your attention, few moments. But whenever I'm asking focus, I am asking more. Are you asking your brother or children, give attention to your study? No, you're asking focus to your study.
Yeah.
Focus is all about 12 seconds to 144 seconds.
144.
12 into 12, 12 into 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever I asked you, focus to this marker, it means I am asking, stay here more than 12 seconds. If you
Mhm.
can manage to stay here more than 12 seconds, then you are focused. Otherwise, you are not.
Mhm.
And this focus starting from the 12 seconds and it move up to 144 seconds.
So that's why then where the awareness starts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it is 144 seconds means 2 plus 24. 2,
Yeah.
it can be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, 30 minutes, you can handle yourself. And after 30 minutes, you dissolve with the existence.
Yeah.
Very scientific. You no need. Look, actually, after understanding this, you just come and sit with me and experience yourself and go back. No need to talk.
Mhm.
It is it that.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the truth.
Yeah. So we need a lot of discipline to attain this awareness.
No, nothing. Just need a willpower, a committed attitude. That's all.
But it's discipline, right? Required for
I
willpower.
do agree. I do agree. Discipline, if you want to present me discipline, a lot of my friends coming from the Western world, because almost I think 400-500 students I have in outside of the country.
Mhm.
Okay. They have been always talking to me, saying to me, Siddhant, why don't you go to the TEDx to present discipline? Because I am so beautiful presenting discipline, they're always suggesting me, why don't you go to the TEDx?
Mhm.
TEDx.
Yeah.
TED Talk. And I'm saying only one reason I'm not going. Because they are giving only 14 minutes to present. And I cannot present the discipline within 14 minutes.
Mhm.
It takes time. So overall, this is the meditation. Let me present the meditation according to the path of knowledge. I think later one day, I am free. If you want to understand, we can arrange 2, 3, 4 sessions so that you can understand it. Right now, you have not yet understood what is mind.
Yeah. I'd love to. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Before presenting that meditation, the path of knowledge, let me present first what is mind.
Mhm.
You understand first.
Yeah.
I already told you, mind means the combination of thoughts, feeling, emotion. Now
Yeah.
you think what is thought, what is feeling, and what is emotion. You little bit think.
Mhm.
Okay, now tell me, what is thought?
Thought is the mental construct that we have about things.
Right, right. What is feelings?
Feelings, I think that's a more difficult one for me, because feelings and emotions, they're kind of very much related, but I guess they're the meaning that we attribute to our thoughts. Those are the feelings. And emotions are triggers similar to feelings from an external source mostly.
Okay. I think you have overall understanding, but after listening this, you will boost your understanding.
Yeah, please. Yes.
Let me give you one small simple example. For example, you are going to a gym and you find a girl over there,
Mhm.
and a friend also with you. You are looking to that girl and you are asking your friend, oh, beautiful girl, and she's doing good. This is thought. You are giving attention, your mind thought.
Mhm.
And after that, 2 days, 3 days, you are same time, you are looking at girl and you are saying same thing. This is thought. Thought means recognizing thoughts. It is overall. You are, the thought is coming, then once again moving, you are back to your job and things are normal. Then next thought is coming, this is thought. But you keep on doing that. After 10 days, you are asking your friend, I think I feel something within me to look into this girl.
Mhm.
Now the thought become feelings.
Yes.
So what happened? What happened? That thought.
I guess we personalized it. We made it mean something about ourselves.
Talk about very scientifically, so that everybody can understand. So let me present. Now, thought is only in your mind. Feelings means now your thought cover your body.
Ah, yes, yes. Yeah.
So feeling means you involve your body. It is mind. Oh, sorry. It is only conscious mind.
Mhm.
Here, conscious mind plus body, physical body. So all feelings are related to your physical body.
Yes.
Of course, thoughts are. Now, what is emotion?
Well, I feel my emotions also in my physical body.
Of course, you can feel,
Yeah.
but how it creates. Now understand. Same example. So after 10 days, you are talking about, okay, I feel something for that girl.
Mhm.
And after 1 month, you are talking, saying to your friend, I think I am in love with that girl.
Mhm.
Now your feelings turn into emotion. What does it mean?
You have internalized them, or?
No. Now it is conscious mind
Mhm.
plus your body plus subconscious mind. Here only conscious mind, here plus body, here subconscious mind. It means now your
So emotions, the element is the subconscious mind coming into play.
Exactly. Look here. It is your conscious mind, it is your subconscious mind. And when there is something here, you can erase it.
Mhm.
But when something here and it turns towards subconscious mind, you cannot erase. So it means now you cannot forget that goal. Now it is a part of your life. So that's why, I think you understand. All the tradition, all the culture, talking about control your mind, on thoughtlessness. No, I said meditation means when there is no thought in your conscious mind. So you can work with the thought. You cannot work with your emotion. Somehow, if you have great willpower, then you can control the feelings. So if you understand the things in this way, then you never try to control your emotion. Whenever it will come, you have to be accept. There is no other way. No one can fight and win from the emotion. So this is mind. This is
Yeah.
the structure of mind.
Yeah, thank you. for
Later you
sharing.
can ask me, understand the structure of what is the link in between conscious mind, subconscious mind, and another thing you understand about the mind,
Mhm.
because meditation you are understanding. Okay, have you heard, Julius, that mind is the only barrier to experience yourself?
Mind is the only, I didn't hear that part.
Barrier to
Barrier,
experience yourself.
yes.
So which mind is barrier? Now understand. Look,
I would
it is
say
your mind.
the unconscious mind, the subconscious mind.
Subconscious mind is not mind actually. That is the part of mind. Mind means, look, mind means conscious mind. Whenever you are talking about mind, it means conscious mind. It is the barrier.
Mhm.
We can talk about, look, here, the mind, sorry, you can say negative part of the mind and the positive part of the mind. And no mind.
And how do you differentiate between the negative and the positive? Is that the state of
Exactly.
mind?
I will be present. Look, right till now, I have presented the meditation regarding to path of yoga. I hope you understood completely from
Mhm.
confused mind to no mind. Now let me present the scientific approach. Then I will present the path of knowledge according to path of knowledge. Look here. The negative part is called thoughts, feelings, emotion. Of course, emotion is the lower part, but it connected to the conscious mind. So, negative part is thoughts, feeling, emotion. It is not negative means do not take it negative. Listen carefully.
Mhm.
When thoughts, feeling, emotion leading you, that is a negative. When that is supporting you, they are non-negative. For example,
Okay, yeah.
you have two servants in your life, in your home. They are deciding everything for you. They are not listening to you. Now they are the negative. Then you are saying, no, I am the boss. You are the servant. You have to follow me. Then they are the positive.
Yes.
So negative means when there is leading. And right now, they are leading. What are you doing? Oh, I feel to sleep. I feel to eat. And science also proves that. Science means scientists. We are the emotional creatures.
Mhm.
Even we are not using our thoughts. Thoughts can be less dangerous. We are following feelings and emotion. Normally, Western culture people, normally, they are 95% following their feelings and emotion.
Mhm.
And what do you think? To run a company, to be a prime minister, you can run the whole country and whole business by feelings and emotion.
No, it's
No.
probably not a good idea.
So it is the immature people.
Yeah.
The person is following the emotions, thought, and feelings. It's called immaturity. That's why this is a negative part. Have you understood?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, what is the positive part? You tell me.
Well, it's when the thoughts, your feelings and emotions are under your control and they're not leading you. It means that you're not taking your actions based on your thoughts or based on your feelings and your emotions, but you decide what you do.
The way I wrote few things, can you tell me to write something here also? Look, I am a teacher. That's why I can present. I know you understood. So let me present you. Actually, look.
Clarity.
Understanding, clarity, intelligence, they are the positive part of your mind. Okay.
Yeah.
How they come?
How they come? Through consciousness.
How they come? What is the way?
What is the way to gain clarity?
Clarity, understanding, and intelligence.
I would say by presence and focus.
Okay, I do agree, 100% agree. But let me give you very simple phenomenon.
Mhm.
The more you give importance to thought, feeling, emotion, they will increase. The less importance you will give, they will increase. It means whenever you are not giving importance to this, they will increase. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
It means it is like if there is 70% that is negative mind, 30% positive mind, and the more it will be 30 and it can be 70. It means directly you cannot do anything. How can you improve your? So you just don't give importance. It will comes automatically. But here in between there is a trick. In
Mhm.
between there is a trick. If you use, then automatically there will, that is focus.
Yeah.
By focus, no, thoughts, feeling, emotion, they are not allowing you to focus. Never. They are.
Yeah, they are
that is
stealing
all.
your focus. They're trying to
Yes.
take away your focus.
Yes, I do agree. But overall, feelings means they are if feeling is leading you. For example, I have been going through that. People are coming from the Western culture normally. In India, it has been told that when you are learning something, we have been giving more importance and respect to the teacher and master. But Western culture, they are sitting in this way. After some time, they are sitting in this way. After some time, they're in this way. After some time, they're like, what is this? This is all about giving importance to your feelings. Now you feel to sit in this way. After some time, you feel to do this in the.
Mhm.
After some time, you feel to do in this way. So giving importance to the feelings. So focus. Normally, whenever focus, automatically you can find clarity, understanding, intelligence comes so gradually. It is actually sequence.
Yeah.
Focus gives you clarity. Clarity gives you understanding. Understanding gives you intelligence.
Yes.
Intelligence gives you knowledge. Knowledge gives you wisdom. Wisdom gives you freedom. So it is a sequence.
Yeah.
So it is conscious mind means when there is not giving importance, thought, feeling, emotion. So whenever someone asking, don't give importance to your mind. What does it mean? It means don't give importance to your feelings, to your thoughts, and to your emotions. Of course,
Instead,
use them.
to focus. Yeah.
Do focus. And to focus, what to do? Whenever I normally ask you, don't give importance to your thoughts, feeling, emotion, then how can it live your life? Listen carefully. For a trick, another. Live your life by decision. By decision. Take time, decision. So decisions coming from your positive part of your personality. Normally.
Yes.
It can be wrong and right. It can be wrong and right, but definitely better than the feelings, thought, and emotion.
Mhm.
Right now, your decision can be wrong, but the decision-taking ability is much more important than the thoughts, feeling, emotion. I hope you
Yes.
understood.
Yes. Yes. Very much. Yeah.
So
Yes.
now coming to the no mind. Yes, please. Any
Yes.
question?
No. Please go ahead. Don't let me interrupt you. I want to hear about the no mind part.
Look, the intelligent mind and the mind with knowledge, automatically no mind. No mind means when there is no judgment, you are not doing anything what is not necessary. Why thoughts are coming? Thoughts are coming because you are taking decisions. No, right now you are here and you are not a politician. Now, do you have any thoughts regarding to politics? No.
No.
Now you're a person, politician will come and Julius, you are very good person, you are doing good, join our politics. And that person will go. Then you can find a lot of thought will come how to do this, how to do that. So this is a very simple phenomenon.
Mhm.
So no mind is the result of intelligence, the result of understanding. Because you are not creating anything, you are not attaching the things. And but still I would like to give you something so that you can understand. This is your personality, physical body, mental body, pranic body, understanding body, bliss body. This is the outer world. And this is your consciousness. Okay, consciousness. Actually, this is you. This is your. This is outer world. This is where you can work.
Yes.
This is you. This is your, and here where you can use for this to work with nature given to you. This one. So, but don't bother about this one. Now understand. Whenever you are coming behind your mind, it is called witnessing.
Witnessing.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it is called observing. Or mindfulness, you know, mindfulness.
Mhm. So that's in relation to the outer world.
1 minute.
I said that's in relation to the outer world.
Exactly. Look, you can observe the things, but whenever you observe your mind, that is called witnessing.
Mhm.
When you looking to someone else, that is called observing.
Yeah.
So it means to go behind your personality is meditation. Here you can say witnessing or it's called meditation. It means to know your mind is meditation. And to know the outer world through your mind is mindful, is observe, XYZ, whatever it might be.
Mhm.
So journey is whatever, it is a line. You can move here or you can move here.
Mhm.
You can move to the outer world, you can move to a center. Center means it is more thought, it is no thought.
Yeah.
You can move here and there. So to coming here, it is, I'm talking about any kind of logic. It's this a science, very simple logic. Just you need to move towards this one. So this is called actually witnessing. Witnessing is meditation according to path of
According to?
knowledge. Witnessing is meditation. Witnessing is meditation according to path of knowledge. Witnessing means what? You are witnessing. It means you are not that. So whenever you are detaching the things, automatically it will vanish. For example, I am your friend. I am keep on calling you, keep on messaging you. Now somehow we have a little bit fight. Now I block you, I detached you. Then after few days, few months, you will be vanished for me. So exactly, witnessing is a trick to get rid of the mind. So witnessing of mind means indirectly you have experienced that I am not mind. And
by
if
that-
you are not mind,
Yes.
if you are not mind, then you are not personality. Because
Yeah.
mind is the captain of your personality.
And then the personality just disappears.
Not disappear, it will stay there, but not attachment will be there.
Mm.
And that is all about, you know, I hope you heard a sentence, do everything, but don't be a doer.
Do everything, but don't be a doer.
Exactly.
Tell me.
That is all about how can you kill yourself? How can you, and why you kill yourself? Just you detach. Detachment is the, okay, just take an example. You and me sitting one place, and your room number is 405, and my room number is 505. We are here in watch a movie maybe, and someone is running and asking, oh Julian, maybe our apartment is maybe Galaxy apartment. So Someone say, oh, in Gallus apartment, there is a big fire. Everything is 2-3 apartment is completely washed out. And my is upper under your. Someone is asking, okay, 405 is just washed out. You say, oh, what happened? Then after say, calling, oh, no, it is not 405, it is 505. You are saying, relax. I say, oh, what happened? Then once again, that person goes, no, I'm confirmed, it is 405. Then once again, you are crying. So attachment creating the problem. Things are not the problem.
Yeah.
So witnessing, creating that detachment, so that you can free from so you can use everything.
But
And
how does witnessing create detachment?
Right now I said that how can you witness it? When you look the things from distance, then automatically we will observe more about that. For example, one person is your friend and you are a billionaire maybe, and one friend is there staying with you and always creating some mischief, taking money unknowingly and creating. And you are one with them. That is called attachment. You are attached with that. You are not watching all the things. Attachment, involvement. Involvement cannot see the things. Then I said, Julius, be aware. That person might not be the right person. Just watch. So now you are watching. You are watching. Watching means now you are not involving. You are watching. And when you watch, then automatically you will find, oh, yes, the way that person is sitting, bank balance, this, that. Then you can find all the things. So witnessing gives you clarity. And clarity, it will help you to know the nature of the other things.
Yes.
Now the question is, why we are creating attachment? What is the source we are creating? What it is very important for you. How you are creating attachment and what to do so that you will not creating attachment. Witnessing definitely help you to detach, but can any other practical things also? Yes, one more thing. So last thing for today. Then 2-5 minutes I will answer your. Listen this video. Might be a lot of question will come. Then you can ask me. Simple thing. You are whoever, though, what kind of attachment? Only for one thing. Enjoying attitude creates attachment.
Enjoying attitude?
Enjoying attitude creates attachment.
Yes.
In your Western culture, you are saying, okay, enjoy your food, enjoy your trip. Indirectly, you are saying create your attachment, you create your attachment. And attachment is the root cause of pain and suffering. Clarity gives you understanding. Understanding gives you finally. So if you really want to free from your attachment from this moment, just throw your enjoying attitude to the bin. And you can say, how can I live my life without attachment? Look, yes, how without enjoying? Enjoying is the very lowest level of consciousness to live a life. What do you think? Our masters are not living the life, they are living, but they are not attaching, they are not enjoying the thing, they are observing. So try. When you eat, enjoy the things and observe the thing, aware the things. You can find the difference. It is a higher level of consciousness people can do. Our conscious level is very low. That's why we are living in lower level of the consciousness, that is called enjoy.
Yeah, in that way, indeed, I understand what you're saying, because when you can observe and witness, especially witness, but for me, the difference between observing and witness, it's the same thing in a way, because we're seeing something for what it is instead of attributing meaning to it or connecting ourselves to it.
Okay, let me give you a clear example of observing and witnessing.
Yeah.
Right now, watch your breath. You are watching your breath right now. Who is watching?
Who is watching?
Yes.
I'm watching.
I means who? Means look, I said you, there is no I. If I ask you what is this, you say marker. I say, where is marker? This is cap. This is refill. There is no marker.
Yeah.
Exactly, there is no I. I means the 5 combination. Physical body, mental body, pranic body, understanding body, bliss body. The combination of 5 things is I.
Yeah.
So when you say I am watching, means who is watching? Actually, you are not watching. What is happening? What is happening in you? I am. Listen, that is all about the life. What is happening to you? I am talking to you. I am informing you. What is happening in you? Your mind is observing your breath, and you are watching your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Listen carefully. Like what? Once again. Now, watch your breath. You keep on watching. Just it is 30 seconds. You keep on doing and just listen to me. Right now, your mind is watching the breath, and your mind is moved towards the marker. You just, who is knowing? You are knowing. So you are the consciousness knowing that my mind has to be on the breath, but mind is going to the marker.
Mm-hmm.
This all thing happening with you. You are saying, Siddhant, I am trying to watch my breath, but I am not able to. Who is knowing? Actually, your mind is not able to watch the breath. You are knowing. Actually, you are the knowing always. Your nature is always knowing. Can you tell me a single moment where you don't know?
When there's no life, we don't know. But even then, probably we know, but we're not aware of it.
I'm just talking about that the nature of your personality keep on changing. And the nature of your consciousness is knowing. When your mind is happy, you are knowing. When your mind is unhappy, you are knowing. When your body is healthy, you are knowing. Your body is unhealthy, you are knowing.
Mm-hmm.
When you understand, you are knowing. When you don't understand, you are knowing. Now listen carefully. You are listening to me. Don't you think that you are listening through your personality and you are knowing that you are listening?
Yeah, definitely through the personality. Yeah.
No. Listen carefully. Second thing, most give importance. You are knowing that you are listening. You are knowing that you are writing. You are knowing that you are understanding. It means listen carefully. 2 things is going simultaneously in you. Observe this. Next time, after 1 week, 2 weeks, or whenever you want to talk to me, you can tell me. 2 things going on simultaneously in you. You are knowing and you are doing. Mm-hmm. Listening is a doing thing. Mm-hmm. And you are knowing that you are listening. But our society giving importance to the doing part.
Yes.
That's why, and our society is not giving importance to the knowing part. Mm. And meditation is all about giving importance to the knowing part, not giving importance to the doing part. That's why all about sit silently, do not do everything. And whenever do nothing, do not do anything, don't you think that you are knowing? The knowing is expanding. Mm-hmm. So this is the real essence of meditation, path of knowledge. Whenever you are not giving importance to the doing part, you are giving importance to the knowing part.
The knowing increases. Yeah.
That is called awareness. That is called being conscious. Yeah. That is called witnessing.
Yeah.
You have to very work hard if you understand.
Yeah, but you've given a lot of how to say, you've shared a lot of concepts to this, or you put names to a lot of big concepts, but in a good way. But I have to watch, because I recorded the video. I will watch it again.
That's why I have presented a lot. Yeah. Otherwise, in one concept, it will take 1 week.
Yeah.
One concept, 1 week. That's why I'm here, that the ability I have developed from a master's, we can change the whole world. Yeah. I am not agree with any master to any part of the world. of course, I am supporting, I am inspiring, but I am presenting very logically.
Yes.
Last sentence of this session, there is two aspects of the life: miracle part and logical part, practical part.
Uh-huh.
Miracle part is there. Whenever you work with you, a lot of miracle will happen. But
Yes.
I have not yet presented a single thing about the miracle. I have everything presented.
But now you make me curious, but we have to save that one for a next conversation.
A lot of things to present also. I have the presented, I think, like at least 100 topics I have the way I presented,
Yeah.
looking to the different aspect of the life. And they have been useful for our whole society. Actually, this is I developed because I have been working with Western culture people, more Western culture people. So I have to be very practical looking to the Western culture.
Yes. No, but it's been very practical.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes. Siddhanji,
Thank you.
thank you so
Thank you.
much.